everyone. Thank you for joining us this week for our Career Coffee Chats, where we basically have career services staff on board and just chatting casually about different career topics. So I'm Sarah. I'm a Career Success Center assistant at Humber North, and I work closely with Preneet. She is a placement student for the Career Portal. And yeah, we've been working together for quite a while. And today we're just going to be discussing CareerConnect and how you can use that for your job search. So yeah, thank you, Preneet, for coming on today. I'm really excited to chat with you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no worries. So maybe let's get started on kind of our background together in terms of how long we work together and what you do at Humber and kind of your role and what you're studying at Humber since you're also a student.
Yeah, so I started my position at the Career Center about 2 years ago. So that'll be in August, end of August, full 2 years.
Nice.
So that's exciting. And I was initially at Humber for the business administration program. So I completed that for 3 years. And then I moved on to Guelph Humber to complete my bachelor's in business admin. So that's about 2 more years. So I've completed the first year of that, and I'm going in my last year. So I'll be graduating in April next year.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been working together well, I started at the Career Center in January. So since January, but you've been in the Career Center for a while and you've had a lot of experience, especially now with CareerConnect as well. So that's why I thought, have you on today and talk about all of the excellent tips that you have for students. So maybe you can go a little bit more into your role and what you do with the career portal and kind of explain what it is.
Yeah, so when I was first brought on to assist with that, I sort of look over all the postings that come in. So we look at all the employers that would like to register, any new postings that would like to be posted by the employers. So we sort of have to vet all of anything that comes in to be approved. So we have a process. So to ensure that, there's everything is regulated, we have a strict process that we follow. So we really try to make sure that, that gets conducted to due diligence. So that's mostly what I do with the portal. So looking at employers and job postings mostly.
Okay, cool. And the career portal for the students listening. So for those who don't know what it is, what is the CareerConnect portal and who can use it and how can students benefit from it?
Yeah, so the job portal essentially houses on-campus jobs. Then we also have general job opportunities. And then you can also find placements, co-ops, internships. So really, employers that post on CareerConnect understand that they're posting at a post-secondary institution. So they are essentially looking for students. They would like to hire students that they can train, that they can have possibly long-term working with them. So and I think that's a really great place to start for students if they are even just starting out in their job search.
Yeah.
I think it's a really great tool for everybody in that sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And COVID right now, how do you find like the job postings have been in terms of the traffic that you're getting? Is it different, more or less? How's that going?
Yeah, so I think a lot of the industries were hit heavily due to COVID. So at one point we did notice a drop in postings, which was very natural because pretty much anything that wasn't government related, I'm assuming, was shut down. So at that point we weren't really seeing too much traffic, but now things have started picking up as more things are opening up. So I think that now might be a great time to start looking again if you were interested. So employers do make that note that either they're looking for remote students or that they have these policies in place to prevent the spread of COVID. So I think now is a great time. I think more people are looking and more people are uploading jobs.
Yeah, I totally agree. I see that happening too. I think in the beginning it was like super stressful for a lot of people and for like companies and employers to kind of adapt to the virtual way of things. But now that we've been in this new kind of world of doing everything virtually, I feel like we've, as a society, like really adjusted. And I think that it is definitely a good time for students to start applying. And, you know, there are a lot of employers that are offering online jobs, or even placements are online a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So I think that it definitely is a great way to get some opportunities. So maybe you can start talking more about how to use CareerConnect. If you want to share your screen with us too, that would be really awesome, and we can kind of go through how to use it.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so I'll share my screen. So when you go on to CareerConnect, this is the first page that you'll see. And the link is simply just careerconnect.humber.ca. When you go in, you'll either see the student or the employer option. So alumni do have access to CareerConnect, and that is up to 2 years until after you graduate. So, so you have that opportunity once you graduate as well to just check back and see what is being posted in your industry. So the sign-up process is really straightforward. So when you first log in, I'll just go back to the homepage again. So when you first log into CareerConnect, you'll essentially see a few jobs right on the homepage, and it currently says the major that you're interested in. So most of these jobs will be catered to my field and my industry. Sometimes there are also newly posted jobs that you can find up here. If you scroll down a bit more, under the What's New tab, you're seeing all the on-campus positions that are available. And we'll sort of go over in depth on how to locate on-campus jobs. And on the right side here, you'll see links. So you can take a look at the resource library. We have a really great career finder just on the website. You can just do that right there. The link to upload your resume and the jobs you qualify for. So if you click on the jobs I qualify for, so because my major is in business admin and I'm in the Faculty of Business, here I will find a lot of the jobs that have been specifically catered towards business students. So they will be in a range that possibly isn't my field, but you'll see a lot of what's out there under this tab. So you can look through, you can favor any of the jobs that you might be interested in. I'll show you the favorite tab at a later time as well. So yeah, this is a really quick way to access some of the jobs that may be of interest to you. And I'll show you how to access the job search function. So here you will find all of the jobs. So this is where you can really narrow down your job search and find jobs that are specifically of what your interests are. So right here we have some filters. If you are interested in on-campus or work-study jobs, you can just simply click on this filter and select apply, and you'll see all the current on-campus jobs that are available. And then you also have the option to narrow it down by placements, permanent positions, contract, temporary, and volunteer positions. So again, anything that is of specific interest to you, you can really look at it by that. You can also take a look at some particular industries that you may be interested in. So it'll show you the number of jobs that are currently listed under a specific industry.
That's a really good tool. I like how you can filter your search results to that extent. That makes it really easy for students.
I agree. And I think it takes sort of, you know, when you're in a job board and you're, you know, just bombarded with hundreds of jobs, I think something like this makes it easier to narrow it down to exactly what you may be looking for. And, you know, we have some more here as well. So you can take a look at jobs that are maybe expiring soon. We only have jobs that are available in Canada, so you can narrow it down by maybe a specific area as well. And for placement, you can narrow it down by paid and unpaid placements. So yeah, again, we have you can follow specific employers that will then show you their jobs, any jobs that they post if you are interested in particular employers. You have jobs that are expiring soon. You have the latest jobs tab that I mentioned earlier, trending jobs. So, students are likely applying to these jobs at the moment. You'll see on-campus jobs. And up here, you'll also see the favorite tab. So anything that you select with the star, they'll all come up under your favorites tab right here. And lastly, we'll go to how to apply for jobs. So you have the option to upload your resume, cover letter, a portfolio, all through the Documents tab, so that when you go to apply, you select just which option you'd like to add, and you can apply right away. So the process is really easy to apply for jobs. So this is essentially how you upload a document. You'll add a label to it. So your first name, last name, the name of the document. So Preneet's resume, you have cover letter, you could do transcripts, others, and then you submit. So now when you go to apply, you'll simply just click the apply button, list the documents that are required, and then you're done. That's good to go.
Thank you for running through that. That's awesome. I think it's a great portal, and that it's very user friendly for students. So I think that's important. And if students have any questions about how to use the career portal, or if you're having trouble navigating, you can email us at careerconnect@humber.ca, and we'll be happy to help you out with any questions that you have. And yeah, like in terms of job search as well, with COVID happening, like, do you have any job search tips that you would, recommend to students at this time? Because it definitely is a different world, like, virtual interviews, everything's being done online. It's totally different. So what would you say are your top tips?
Yeah, so I think right now, because there was such a drop in the number of positions, I would say now is a really great time to focus on possibly getting your resume and cover letter reviewed if that is something that you feel like you could, do some work on. So we have our career support peers. I know you met with Sabata last week, so she is one of our career support peers, and she can help with that. So she can go over your resume, cover letter, interviewing skills, your LinkedIn profile. So even personal branding, I think in that sense, you could really focus on that during this time. So if you are in a specific field and you require maybe new skills, I think now is also a great time to look into acquiring those skills, just to build up and add to your resume.
That's true, yeah. What I've heard is that a lot of recruiters and employers are asking students now, when they're coming in for interviews virtually, what skills have you picked up during your time in the last few months during all of this stuff happening? Because they're looking to see, that with the free time that you had, that you were doing productive things, like picking up new skills that are applicable to your job, maybe doing an online course. Stuff like that really shows your initiative, and kind of just shows that you're looking to always improve your skills, and employers really like that and are looking for that. So I think, to your point, that for sure building your skills is definitely a good thing to do right now during this time.
Yeah, and we also have a resource. So LinkedIn Learning, that is available to all Humber students. It is a free resource for Humber students. And the courses on there, there's such a wide variety that I really think that more students can make really great use out of that. So you'll see topics like under job search, resume cover letter, there's Photoshop, Word. It's just there's so many different options on there. So I think that's a really great source as well. And we've created a playlist document that you can really look through and see if any of our interest to you. So I know every year LinkedIn puts out their top 10 skills that employers are interested in. And so we have a playlist for some of the skills that they've mentioned. So, those skills are in demand. So I think focusing on something like that would really, level up your skills.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's great. I'm happy you mentioned that resource. That's something that is easily accessible for students.
Hmm.
We'll link that in the chat as well. And if you do want to book an appointment with our career support peer Subata, she's excellent and she can definitely help you with creating your personal brand and just promoting yourself through your resume, your cover letter, your LinkedIn. And another thing too is we kind of chatted about it last week, Subata and I, but networking is something that's really important to do as well. And that's something that can be done online through LinkedIn. So making connections with your peers that are in the same program as you, or even just people that are in your industry. You can also set up informational interviews with people that are working in the industry and in a position that you are interested in to find out more about that and kind of understand that better and what steps that you need to take to get to where they are. So yeah, those are all really great options.
I agree, and I think even if your industry, because so I was speaking with someone yesterday, and they said that um, the hospitality and tourism industry has taken a really great hit, so that they might be interested in maybe looking elsewhere. So I think that's another option to maybe develop skills or match skills that are focusing on an industry that's only remote at the moment. So if that is an option that you can be interested in, I think that's something that could work out as well.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I think that, you know, definitely some industries are getting hit harder than others, but there's always an opportunity to, get a job in a different industry or use your transferable skills that you've picked up from a certain job or industry in another industry, because there's always skills that will transfer over, like customer service or selling, etc. Stuff like that can be applied to many different areas. So I think that's a really good point that you made to encourage students to, apply to different jobs right now, even if it's not in your industry, and keep trying, keep going. And we're here to help out through the career services that we offer. If you want to speak to your advisor, if you want a career support peer to assist you, and also through the portal. Like I said, we can definitely help you guys out with any questions that you have. So, yeah, I think we can kind of wrap that up. And I'm really glad that you came on and shared your knowledge with us, Preneet.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
for having me. It was really fun. Yeah.
yeah, no problem. I'm super happy you came on and talked about, your expertise on CareerConnect. So if students have any other questions about what we discussed today or anything else that you would like to ask, please leave them in the chat and we will answer them now. So thank you everyone for coming out, and thank you Praneet for being on today. Yeah, we'll chat soon and we'll see everyone in the next coffee chat in a couple weeks.